Long Island Backstory. Long Island's news alternative to the Newsday Cablevision news monopoly. With Chief Correspondent Gary Jacobs.
We're across the street from where the Trump rally is going to begin in about an hour. Right now, this is our group of protesters that are here. They're all pretty quiet right now. There are actually a lot more press here than there is protesters at this point. But I'm sure it's going to get more crowded as it's very difficult to get in here. And we're going to take a walk around and we're going to speak to some of the protesters here, and maybe we'll find some supporters of Donald Trump as well. All right, what brings you out today for the rally?
I'm here to say that Donald Trump is a danger to America, that he does not represent our interests, and that we must stand against his hateful rhetoric and his anti-immigrant, anti-Muslim, anti-woman, anti-black message.
We are going to have strong borders, we're going to have our country back, and we are going to have the wall.
He's a complete demagogue. He's telling people exactly what they want to hear.
Is the Trump rally the greatest? Is it the greatest?
He wants to deport millions of people.
I believe that if immigrants come here to try and make a better life for themselves, America was built on that. People coming here making a better life. Why shouldn't they have that opportunity now?
I'm an immigrant, first-generation immigrant. I have a 5-year-old daughter who was born and is being raised in this country. When he says immigrants should go back, I can go back to the country where I was born, where my daughter is going to go. She's an American, and she's a proud American. She's a Muslim American. We are a part of this country. We are a part of this mosaic, and we are not going anywhere.
About the wall, I mean, I think it's a crazy, crazy idea, you know. I mean, we are a country of immigrants. I have an accent. I am here from Argentina, from 40 years. This is my country, but I want that we have to be, to get the people that is coming to this country and to offer them opportunities.
So what do you think about the wall?
I think it's bullshit. I'm sorry, but it's not gonna work. Even like this trade and everything, he does this, you know, even his clothes, Donald Trump clothes, they're made in Mexico. That's so, I'm sorry, but that's fucking hypocritical.
So do you think there is a problem in the country with illegal immigration?
There is, but the way he wants to take care of it is not the right way.
Building a wall to keep Mexican immigrants out. Like an area that I'm pretty familiar with is farm labor. Most of our farm labor, basically our food system, is entirely supported by mostly immigrants, illegal and legal, from Mexico, for example. Same with housekeeping, and it's not like Americans want those jobs either, so it's displacing the problem onto just something that is, it's just unrealistic and not related to the stems and the roots of the problems.
We're going to start winning again, folks. Gonna happen. Gonna happen. Gonna happen.
You know, as far as that stupid wall he wants to build, right now the net emigration from Mexico is zero, or people leaving this country going back to Mexico because there are jobs there now. So it's just a stupid policy. He's trying to rile up those disaffected Americans who got screwed by the 1% and don't have jobs and don't see the opportunities that they need to support their families. And he's going after that. He's riling them up, and he's doing it, and he's inciting violence at his protests.
1, 2, 3, 4. We won't take it anymore. 5, 6, 7, 8. Get your hate out of our state.
I think the problem is that becoming a citizen is so difficult if you weren't born here that they have to reform the entire system, and kicking them out is going to waste tax dollars. It's going to make a labor shortage, and it's counterproductive.
What brings you out here today? What's your issue against Donald Trump?
Yeah, I mean, Donald Trump's entire political platform is based on hatred of other people, and that's entirely unacceptable and not something that I'll stand for. So that's why I'm here today.
And any group in particular that bothers you that he's spoken out against?
I mean, he's spoken out against pretty much everyone except for white men, and I think that that's a problem.
Always good to blame somebody else for the troubles of the world. That's all.
What brings you out here today? So you have a love Trump hate.
Love Trump's hate. I felt like it was my duty to be out here and join a cause that I believe in.
And what is it about Trump that actually brings you out? I mean, you could just not vote against him, so you must be passionate about something.
His rhetoric, his platform, the way he puts, just the way he speaks about certain people, and I'm offended by it.
And any group, people in particular?
Hispanics. Not everybody here is selling drugs, and I'm offended by that. I'm not Mexican, but I'm offended by it. You know, the hardest workers, they really are.
So do you think that, I memean, they're talking about Trump, his rhetoric against women. Do you think that he doesn't like women?
Well, he likes them because he keeps marrying them, but I'm dumb for words like he is. Like, he just says things and he doesn't think. I think he just doesn't value us.
So do you think he doesn't treat women as an equal?
No, I do not. And everything has to be a physical attack on the way they look, and that's just disgusting to me.
Hi, and I'm here with Lisa Oldendorp, the head of MoveOn.org for Long Island. So what brings you out here today besides the obvious?
Well, it is the obvious why we're here today. We feel that Donald Trump has brought a message of hate to his campaign, and this is not the America that we know and love. America is not about divisiveness, it's about bringing people together. Donald Trump's message has been insulting to women, to refugees, to immigrants, and to Muslims. And we feel that this is not the American message that we want to send. And I personally feel that Donald Trump should not be running for president because of his hateful message.
I mean that really good people know evil, and he is an evil man.
So what about all the people that support him? I mean, he does have a pretty large group of people supporting him. Do you think those people are evil who are supporting him?
I think that he has a lot of people tricked.
Believe me, folks. Believe me.
And I think that his words of hate and his ideas of carpeting the Middle East are very dangerous. And I think that frustrated people who are going and seeking him out as a presidential hopeful are listening to his lies, where he doesn't really answer any questions.
Who is going to pay for the wall? Who? By the way, 100%. When these politicians come up, they say, you can't really get Mexico to pay. I just put out a plan 3 days ago. So easy. When we're losing $58 billion a year in trade deficits and a wall's going to cost $10 billion, folks, how easy is that? It's going to happen, okay? It's going to happen.
I mean, that kind of rhetoric is divisive, and we really don't need that. He's got his own bunch of brown shirts and something called the Lion Guard. You know, it's a very scary time for me.
Do you see a difference, though, between somebody who killed 6 million people and somebody who wants to deport people?
Well, here's the thing. This is a sign that I'm part of the White Rose Society. In 1933, they started publishing a few pamphlets against Hitler, and it wasn't until almost 10 years later that they started killing people. So you got to nip it in the bud.
So you think that down the road, this is something that Trump may end up doing? Are you saying that you think Trump would end up wanting to kill all these people also?
I never thought that there would be a fascist running for president. It never entered my mind, except my father, who's a Holocaust survivor, told me that it could happen in this country, and now I'm watching it happen, and it's a very scary thing.
So we're going to rebuild our military. It's totally depleted. You know it. We know it. They don't like talking about it. We are going to rebuild our military. It's going to be bigger and better and stronger than ever before, and nobody is going to mess with us. Nobody.
I'm worried that the hate he's spreading, that hate might get into some of our people as well in response. I don't want to respond his hate with hate. That's why I'm here to tell him that I don't hate you, but I hate your thoughts. I hate your thoughts against the America. He's not against Muslims, he's not against immigrants, he's not against any of the people who came from other countries. He's against America itself. It took us 200 years to be America. Today, the world's best nation, and he's trying to destroy this only in 3 months here. We are not going to allow him to destroy this.
Tear it down! 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 Trump! Vote for Trump! Vote for Trump! Vote for Trump! My God!
One of the reasons why I'm here against Donald Trump is we don't believe that he's a hateful man, but we do believe that his views are very outlandish and unrealistic to the views of the people of America. And Long Islanders don't think like him. We're not hateful. We don't believe in his beliefs. And we just want to spread the word that, you know, changing your views is not a bad idea for the voters. I mean, and another thing that really makes us well, me personally, be here is because of women's rights. When he made that comment a few weeks back, it was very hurtful. I mean, if a woman has the right to vote for you, she should have the right to do what she wants with her body.
Protesting Donald Trump and speaking for the environment because it's our only way of providing for our future.
So you think Donald Trump doesn't care about the environment?
No, not at all. Money is his god, and he will always choose money over any environmental protection or endangered species or anything that Teddy Roosevelt did for this country.
And what about global warming? What do you think of his thoughts on global warming?
Oh, he has no clue. 99% of scientists are saying that global warming is a very real danger and threat to us. And that 1% is probably being paid by some company to say it isn't.
12,000 people with a combined IQ of 6.
He doesn't support anything that would make America great.
I feel that this man is not presidential material, and every time he opens up his mouth, he proves it.
We're not going to be a scapegoat and stupid people anymore. We're not going to allow the world to continue to rip us off.
Let's be clear, no racist welcome here.
Are you fearful that if he becomes president, that he will get us into another world war?
Absolutely. I know he'll definitely get us into some kind of war, and whether or not it ends up being a world war, it may be everyone against us, because I think that if he becomes president, we're going to be the laughingstock. I know people in other countries that have told me that they're all laughing at us and wondering what the heck is going on and how so many people could support him. And just, England has said, we don't want any part of him. So many other countries have said that. I mean, it's just, and then this business of him with the nuclear weapons. Let's put nuclear weapons in Japan and Saudi Arabia and South Korea.
So would you think the people who are supporting him, the 10,000 people that are in there today, you think they're gullible? Do you think they're uneducated? What do you think the answer is? That we're out here and there's a lot more people inside than there is outside today.
I think there's a big toss-up between gullible and a big toss-up between frustrated people. And you probably could catch the same people in there that were against President Obama as well.
We have a deal under negotiation being negotiated by President Obama, which you immediately know it's got to be a bad deal.
I don't think any president should have a platform that's based on hate, whether it's women or poor people or colored people, anything. And that seems to be what is inspiring people both to come to his rallies. And I'm here because I think that it's a time to be moving forward, not backwards, towards inclusivity, not exclusivity. And we're here to just show that there are a bunch of people here on Long Island that believe that too.
One of you raise your fucking hands and these cops ain't gonna stop me. Cause I'll knock all your fucking asses out. Say something, motherfucker! Get in my face, bitch!
I mean, I cannot trust Trump. That's the point. I don't think he is prepared to be president. I don't think he have any idea what really the immigrants need.
So we're going to rebuild our military. It's totally depleted. You know it. We know it. They don't like talking about it. We are going to rebuild our military. It's going to be bigger and better and stronger than ever before. And nobody is going to mess with us. Nobody.
And he should try to make some friends, not the enemies. These wars overseas are not making us safer. The last time I have seen the American embassy in Bonn, Germany, was a beautiful building with roses and flowers. Now if you walk there and you see a fortress, that's not because, a few of these people are hating us, the lifestyle, the American liberties or anything. This is because of our wars. If we kill one person anywhere in the world, we make 100 enemies for the rest of our next generations. Wars are not the answer of anything. Hate does not kill hate. Only love can neutralize the hate.
Part of it is the fact that he doesn't even know what he's talking about. I mean, he doesn't take a stand on anything and actually stand by it. He says things like when he made the comment about that women should be punished for having abortions, for example.
We are going to start winning. We are going to win with our military. We're going to kick the hell out of ISIS. We are going to win with our veterans. We are going to win with health care. We are going to get rid of Common Core, and we're bringing our education locally. We're going to have local education. We are going to protect and cherish our Second Amendment, which is under siege.
So, but what do you think the appeal is for everybody who's the 10, 12,000 people who are inside watching? They see the same news that you see. What do you think the appeal is that there's so many supporters of him in there?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I think that his rhetoric has brought out so much hate. What's frightening to me, I never knew how many people I knew that are really racist. And he's just bringing that out in people. And I think that it's, everybody gives the example, he just says it like it is. And that's why they want to follow him.
I love these people. These are my people. Man.
Even if it's a show, it's a terrible message to be sending out.
And he's corrupted companies for his own benefit. And that's what upsets me, is that people are like, oh, he's so great and he's built all these fantastic businesses and made all of this money. First of all, he actually inherited a lot of money, which is what he used to then further himself, except that he actually probably has lost money over the course of his career. And that's what that kind of goes to for me. So
let me ask you, so of all the other candidates that are out there, who do you support right now, if you don't mind saying?
Oh, absolutely. I love to tell you, Hillary Clinton, yes. Okay. She's the best person. She's the most qualified person for the job. We don't have a job where you can have on-the-job training. No, you don't have 4 or 8 years to get the training. She has the training, she has the background, and she has the charisma to be my president.
I am for Bernie, only Bernie, and I think the people can do that. I mean, like he said, we all together, doesn't matter how we look, different or equal or whatever, all together we can get him to the White House.
Hi, I'm Cindy Thompson for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Real life is not always a song, and in less time than it takes to play the latest country hit, someone will be injured or killed in an alcohol-related crash. So next time you're out with someone who's been drinking, don't let them take the wheel. Take the keys instead. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk.
This party isn't all that it's cracked up to be.
Some people said I wouldn't want this in 20 years. Well, they're wrong.
Following the tragic events of September 11th, there have been hundreds of violent attacks against innocent Americans.
Remember what that flag you're waving stands for.
Remember, please stop the hate.
We're stronger when we are united.
Remember.
Remember what that flag you're waving stands for.
One nation under God.
Indivisible.
With liberty
and justice
for all.
In America, there's either room for everyone, or it's not America. Don't pick the wrong fight.
Let's keep America land of the free.
Stop the hate.
All over America, people are taking the National Radon Test. Have you?
You put me on the spot.
Have you heard of radon?
I never thought about it. I don't know.
I think it's a secret killer or a silent killer.
Poison gas that seeps into the house.
It's one of the tests we did with the inspector before buying the home.
Why worry about it?
Why worry? Take the National Radon Test. True or false? Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer.
True. I'd say false.
No, it's true.
I thought of cigarettes and then pollution.
That's something new to me.
Radon can penetrate a concrete block.
It's false.
False? False?
It's true.
I wouldn't know how they could protect you from that.
It's scary.
The Office of the Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested for radon.
False?
It's true.
True?
I should know about it because I worked in the hospital for many years.
So it's bad. We should get our house tested. Sure, I'm gonna call it.
1-800-SOS-RADON. How can you not call?
1-800-SOS-RADON.
RADON.